Hey everybody, welcome back to LeftPawGaming. Today we've got some more of my walkthrough footage of Final Fantasy XVI. Last video was our epic confrontation against Hugo Kupka, the Titan Dominant. He's finished once and for all. This video, we get some of the fallout of that, and we find out what Joshua's been up to. Let's jump in. Holy Order of the Knights Dragoon. Oh, is this the, This is, Bahamut.
Medicine, my lord?
This is Bahamut's group. So Prince Dion, I think, the son of that one
potions,
strange
anything you
ruler.
Stop bothering me,
Always holding
urchin,
his flower.
or you'll feel the back of my hand.
We gotta do that to a kid for.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin.
Yeah, your dad's doing shady
For
stuff.
now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Oh my! This is giving me shades of like Renly Baratheon. Little Game of Thrones reference.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
He's like, all right, that's enough. Get on out. Bahamut's got things to do. Is that the first aid kit? Just a big old wooden
Should
box.
the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's a risk. Big risk. Getting to your home
There
turf.
is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made Emperor.
What? Oh my God! Is that?
What is the meaning of this?
That's Clive's half brother.
Father's orders.
What?
What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah!
Why would he make that kid the emperor? What? Yo, Clive's mom is snaky.
Yes, my prince.
Snaky.
Must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Who just knocked one of his people in? Joshua!
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I smacked one of your guards. Now I want to talk to you.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
So I guess they can kind of
hope I'm
feel
not
each other, huh?
Not at all,
I've noticed that a bit.
though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead.
Now I'm a specter,
Do I address a ghost?
pretty much.
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Oh, come on. We didn't get to see what happened there. We just know that Joshua is showing up in front of Bahamut. Whew. I'm back here with Clive, find out what's going on now. Out of the shadow.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Man, everybody knows. There's no way that you got home before the news did. I'm just saying. So we're going to go talk to Otto. So the cool thing about the group here at the Hideaway is there's like an unspoken hierarchy. Obviously, everybody follows Clive. Clive is the final decider, but everybody has their specific things. It's almost like an executive board more so than just Clive leads and everybody kind of follows, which I think is awesome. I like their dynamic here. It's a good group of people.
Clive, you're back. I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, I'll be.
Oh, they didn't know.
All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
Damn right.
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
But a fantastic one.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Well, don't go overdoing it and you won't get left behind,
Otto.
Jill.
Any word on the royalist movements since I've been away? Shouldn't you be putting your feet up?
No.
If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian. Thank you.
Oh, I will.
I will.
I love story time with Vivian. Get a nice lay of the land in between missions and stuff.
The conquering hero returns.
Kind of helps with time skips, kind
And
of.
hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Well, then get to showing us something, Vivian. But I wonder if those people also want the Mother Crystals gone too. If that's part of Ultima's plan that we don't know
The
about.
kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed?
That is super
It can hardly
strange.
be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Oh, so that
In
king
summary,
is
I know
Odin, the
not
one that
what
watched
end
the battle with
royalists
Kupka.
betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
Oh, good.
He's really throwing himself into this.
He said he wanted to be part of the group.
Indeed he is.
The merry band.
Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
All right, so a little tour. This will lead us into what's next then. Hippocrates, Karen, and Blackthorn. And this will kind of let everybody know that good things happened. We don't have to hold our breath as much, wondering if he's going to find us here. I'm sure that was some of the big fear for everybody who hangs out here all the time while we're out trying to destroy mother crystals and everything. Start here with Hippocrates. I like him.
Ah, Clive.
He's a cool guy.
Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
Little kids
And
are so
with good
silly.
reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Yeah, happy that he's crying now, aren't you, jerks?
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
Maybe he had a different identity before.
With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has.
Come
To
on.
others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Well, that's good.
Thank you. It means a lot.
On to Karen and Blackthorn. We can stop by Blackthorn and see about upgrading our weapon as well. I bet we'll have something after defeating Kupka.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Man, she is something else. Alright, Blackthorn. Talk to me. How do you feel?
Blackthorn,
He's just gonna grunt.
do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Oh, we told everybody.
Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Take a look at the fancy sword on our back we have upgraded with whatever material we got from defeating Kupka. New level of our sword here. It looks a little bit different. Not purple anymore. Very exciting. Let's see what Otto wants us to start doing here. What is this? Oh, that's not I've never really talked to any of these people.
Oh, Clive. Well,
The patrons, what does that mean?
oh no, I still... Your benefactors are a generous
Oh, this
lot.
is the renowned spot. Okay. I clicked through that kind of fast. Sorry, everybody. You can pause and see their conversation. This just kind of shows off things that get unlocked. We need to get to 100 renown for the last one, but just gives us some items. Doesn't really tell us what it is, but other collectible things, side missions, you know. I'm standing. Stop jumping.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Of course she does.
Just spreading the word.
Spreading the good word of Kupka's death. Some of the best news ever. Like, Kupka was a cool villain, but
The Professor's got a soft side, has she?
he was a menace.
I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old Hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
Oh, that's right. You know, Sid did die during the same time the hideout was
And I will.
demolished by
Well.
Kupka.
When you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Alright, to Mid. She's probably gonna have us run a bunch of errands. I can already tell. But I am excited for the work that she's doing. I'm curious to see what the airship's gonna look like.
Mid might need some help.
It's very. I love when we get to the point of Final Fantasy games where there's an airship involved. It's just, it's always fun.
What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
Ooh.
Me and my dad
look at
designed
that.
it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together.
Oh, is it not going to be an airship?
Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard.
I knew it.
I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I was hoping you'd say that.
You
First
knew
things
he was going to
first,
say it.
I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Will he?
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Oh, thanks. So back to Blackthorn. He's gonna be like, what? Or he might be happy for something different to do. The way Mid talked, though, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be an airship. I really was hoping it was gonna be an airship, unless that's gonna be a little secret at the end, but I'm hoping for airship. Little hybrid. Can be on the water, can take to the sky. But we'll find out. First things first, we gotta get to Blackthorn. We gotta show him the stuff that Mid wants him to build. Hear him grumble a little bit. And then probably be on our way collecting the materials that Blackthorn needs. That's how this is gonna go.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Thermal plating designs.
Krieger's teats.
His expressions.
I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will you?
All right.
I'm glad we didn't have to go and fetch both of them and bring them back.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual sword-grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them.
Yep.
Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
and the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. We can get this over with.
All right, Blackthorn, dang.
You going after the Stardust then, are you?
Yep.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Out into the field, I think we're gonna take Gav.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Alamil.
We were just
I'll
there.
go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting them fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Alright guys, we're going to cut this video off right here. We have come back to the Hideaway and told everybody that Hugo Kupka is now dead. We wanted to get Mid to go and visit us at her father Sid's grave, but she won't do that because she's still in the thick of getting our ship, the Enterprise, ready to go. And we are now on a mission for Mid again, trying to collect items to make sure that we get the engines prepared for the ship that she's building. I'm super excited about the ship, so I'm curious to see how all this is going to go down. But when we come back, we're going to get all the stuff that we need and get Mid to the point that she's agreeing to go see her dad. So as usual, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.